let me get this. So what's happening inside it is this. Basically, it runs on a 12AX7, which is a common preamp tube in guitar and bass and hi-fi amplifiers. It's got 2 stages of gain in the tube, and there is a gain knob that's placed in between those 2 stages, so you can kind of get your overdrive tones, your distortion, your breakup and all that, and then there's a volume stage at the end of it which basically sets the level as far as what goes into the amplifier. So let's plug it in, and we're plugging this in through a PV Classic 30, which is buried underneath the workbench. Playing through a vintage Travis Bean, which is not buried under the workbench. It's an extremely unforgiving instrument, so if I get sloppy here, it will come through. Tuned enough. So that's the clean sound. It's a true bypass pedal, meaning that when it is off, it is truly off and the signal is going straight from there to there. The pedal does not mess with your tone at all, doesn't compromise it, doesn't even know it exists. And let's start off with kind of a setting about where the same volume level of the amplifier would be. So you can hear roughly what it's doing without, having too much overdrive, so you can hear how little it actually colors the tone. It brightens it up, thickens out the low end a little bit, and preserves the mid-range. Turn the volume up for a little bit more output. And when we want to get a little more gain, we'll go about halfway. You can see it adds a lot of brightness and tone to it, and full-on distortion. Volume boost there. They come in with a finish about like so, and notice that they are made in Washington, proudly. And we take that finish, we grind off all of the surface imperfections and impurities. This is actually going to be one of the finishes that I offer, kind of an artistic
brushed steel,
brushed aluminum look. We grind it down, and then it goes through a several-step sanding process, wet sanded down to 2000 grit, and then it's polished drilled, all the holes are drilled here. Then I take it in and have the graphics rubber stamp printed on it. It's a catalyzed ink. It's extremely durable. It probably will last as long as you will, or close. And then all of the transformers are mounted in with a heavy-duty epoxy, and then metal bracket is fabricated to go in on top of them. Have dual filter cap section, one for the high voltage supply, one for the low voltage supply. We have a filtered DC rectified heater supply. It's got an internal fuse. It is grounded, and all of the wiring in the circuit is star grounded to a single point so that there is no loop or hum coming from the circuit itself. We use all orange drop caps in our coupling stages, and we use exclusively JJ brand 12AX7 tubes, unless you would like to order like a Mullard or something exotic or new old stock like that. The switch, as I mentioned before, is true bypass. Every single wire inside the pedal is high quality shielded cabling suitable for recording applications, so this thing does not introduce a speck of noise into your tone. What you're looking at is like a, about a 200 hertz sine wave coming in, 200 cycles per second, like kind of low end, mid to low end of audio frequencies, and the top is the pure signal, and the bottom is what happens to it when it gets hit with the pedal, or vice versa. Anyways, you can see it gets amplified quite a bit. They're on the same setting. It's like a factor of comparatively on the same axis. It's about twice as high, twice as much amplitude, quite a bit of gain. And if you zoom in and look at the signal that's running through the pedal, you can see that it's got the nice rounded corners. That's actually what makes it different than like a rat or some shit like that. If you look at a rat, it's like very sharp, keen corners and shit. So that's visually
very square tooth. Yeah.
Yeah, very square sawtooth waves, sharp, sharp like acute angled corners, which is kind of harsh on the ears. And this thing, if you look at it, it's kind of got this like asymmetric clipping. It's not doing the exact same thing as it is on the top and the bottom. The bottom's a little bit more rounded. Off the record, I don't exactly know what that means as far as audio is concerned, but it's the way it turned out. And that's kind of a visualization of what